I think. Well, here's the infamous Marshall. It's a anniversary 6100. I've had it probably about 7 years, I suppose. I don't know when but I hated the sound of it to start with. We had a mod done on it. Marshall had it sorted the. I had the valves changed to EL34s. The Russian ones are 6554s, I think they are, the Russian ones. I didn't like the sound of it then. I just put EL34s in, so it sounded like. And now it's just the greatest amp I've ever had. Trouble is, it's only the greatest amp I've ever had for about 2 hours. The noise that comes off it's absolutely horrendous. They've had it back about 3 times, and I can't do anything about it. I've lost the end channel completely. The clean channel's completely shot. But that's the Marshall. Here's the my rack with all my stuff in. I mean, the usual stuff. It's got the usual bollocks. There's nothing particularly massively expensive. This is where it all happens. Liz, me, it's Pup with on her bed. So there's the cab. That's an old dual reverb JCM 900, which I don't use, to be honest with you, very often. It's got a nice clean sound, but that's about it. They're not the greatest of metal amps, really. So as you can see, it's all very technical and a load of shit thrown over the top of it to get a bit of a dead sound. You can see what mics I've got there. A 57, which an LC 57, which I always use, and there's a bog standard 58. That 58 I've had for 18, 19 years. It's the same one. I always have that on the middle of a cone. And always have that on the outside. I have terrible phasing problems, and it takes me days before I'm happy to get a decent sound out of these two mics. But I do in the end. But so that's the amp really, and the cab really. There's nothing very flash about any of it. But that's it. This is my desk. Again, it's not. There's nothing very technical about it. It is what it is. It's a really nice, well looked after Mac i8 bus with the expander at the end there. Nothing very technical whatsoever. It's just is what it is. 824s, great workhorse, real sturdy speakers. I found that you can really give them some abuse, and they haven't let me down once. I've never once had a problem with them. And there's the old NS10s. These are the studios, the NS10 studios. The third set of these I've had. Every time I change the studio or move the studio, like when I was in, for instance, when I was in Shropshire, I had a pair of NS10s, and when I moved to and lived in the valleys and set a studio up there, I got rid of the NS10s thinking I could get something better, and then bought another pair because I missed them so much. I'll never let them go again now. Once it's so match pair, sweet as a nut, these things are fantastic.